Good morning, everyone. Let's come to our mats. I think see how that works. We're just going to start in a seated position, so feel free if you'd like to sit on a pillow or a brick if that makes you more comfortable. You can even, as we have in this series, we're going to start with another breathing exercise called Samvrita breathing, which means equal parts. And if you have high blood pressure or hypertension, there is a retention part. Don't hold the breath, just breathe normally through the exercise. For the rest of you, we're going to envision in our mind a box. And we're going to be tracing in our mind the box. So starting at the lower left corner, an inhale coming up to a beat of 4, and then holding the breath as you go across the top of the box in your mind, and then exhaling down the other side of the box so that now you're at the bottom right of the box, and then holding on empty till you get to back to the lower left corner. But before we start, let's just take a moment and center ourselves. Closing the eyes, relaxing the face and the jaw and the shoulders. And if you'd like to set an intention for your class today, feel free to do so now. And then to begin our breathing exercise, let's just take a preparatory breath through the nose. And exhaling also through the nose. Now envisioning that brick or that square as we begin at the lower left and inhale to a count of 4, 2, 3, 4. Top of the box, hold 2, 3, 4. Exhale down the other side of the box and then hold on empty 2, 3, 4 and repeat. Inhale 2, 3, 4. Hold 2, 3, 4. Exhale 2, 3, 4. Hold on empty 2, 3, 4. Again, inhale 2, 3, 4. Hold 2, 3, 4. Exhale 2, 3, 4. Hold on empty 2, 3, 4. And continue on your own. I'm going to stop counting now. Couple more series. And wherever you are in the process, make the current square your last one and return to normal breathing. And as you sit in the stillness, just noticing the sensations of the results of your breathing exercise. Breathing is super important to us, especially as we enter into the winter season with a lot of indoors and holidays with family and friends. And we want to keep our lungs strong, healthy. So doing these exercises helps to accomplish that. Let's drop our head, do a couple of gentle neck rolls. Inhale to the right, 2, 3, 4. Relax your shoulders. And exhale to the other side. Relax your jaw and your face again. Inhale. And exhale. One more time. Inhale. Just noticing how the neck feels this morning. And exhale, any tight places. Let's go to the other side now. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And exhale, nice and slow. Check those shoulders, keep them down. Again, inhale. Exhale. One last time, inhale. And exhale. Returning to center, you can open your eyes, placing one arm over your hand over your heart area and one hand around your ribs. Let's hinge and keeping a nice tall spine and hinging from the hips. Come forward and then do some gentle rolls out of the hip socket, just sort of rotating the torso at the hip joint, keeping the shoulders and the chest out of it. Just rolling around, noticing how the hips feel, trying to go as deeply as you can, finding the edges of that circle, and then go the other way a few times. Inhale and exhale. Coming to center. Let's lean back onto your hands. Bring your feet together in front of you. And we're just going to leaning back on our hands, we're just going to lower the knees as low as is comfortable, and then bringing them up together, lowering them, stretching up, open, and closed. A few more. Gently awakening the hips, getting those inner thigh muscles to loosen up a little bit. And when you're ready, let's come up. Hold your feet with your hands. Larry, could you move the television or the screen just a little bit? I'm still getting that glare. Interlocking the fingers around the feet and opening the knees as far as you can. Now, for some of you, that might be no problem. For some of you, your legs might be a little tight. You can feel free to put bricks underneath wherever they land so that you can be supported in this opening. Nice and tall spine, breathing through the top of the body, out through the crown of the head, finding length. If you'd like a little more of a stretch and it's comfortable to you, you can walk the hands forward, again, keeping the spine long. And not going any lower than you can, keeping the spine long. In other words, we don't want to hunch the body, and the gaze is to the lower floor, but ahead of us. And breathe. And when you're ready, let's walk the hands back up. Take your legs out, give them a little wiggle, and come back into Sukhasana, just a seated, cross-legged position. Inhale, bring the arms up into cactus arms, or cowboy you got me arms. And let's bring the elbows together and the whole arms together in a prayer form. Oh, feeling the opening as you press the arms together, the opening between the shoulder blades in the back, chin remains level with the floor. Open now, open the heart space here. Feel the opening as you pull the shoulders back, trying to keep the elbows level with the shoulders. Now exhale, close, pressing out through the middle of the shoulder blades, opening that space there. Then inhale, opening, pulling the shoulders back, pulling the hands back, getting that nice opening, and exhale, close. Do a few of these on your own. Keeping the chin level with the floor, relaxing the face, and exhale, close. And exhale, close. Shake it out, shrug out your shoulders. Taking your right arm in front of you, I'm mirroring you here. Take the left arm, bring it over and cross the elbows. If that's available to you, that's fine. You can stay here if you'd like, or if you'd like, bring the hands together, wrapped around each other into an eagle arm situation, pose. And inhale, we can bring the arms up a bit. Chin remains level with the floor, feeling that nice opening between the shoulder blades. And if you'd like, you can bend forward, bringing the arms forward. If you'd like, make sure you're rooting down into the hips here. Get just a little bit more of an opening. And inhale back up. Gently release the arms. Shrug out your shoulders. You can also, if you'd like here, bring a brick in front. Set it right there, and let's do the other arm. So now the other arm on top, hands together, if it's available to you, or you can simply stay like this if that just is not working for you. Inhale, lifting, finding that stretch between the shoulder blades. From the other side now. Relaxing into any tension you may feel using the breath. Lifting the arms as it feels appropriate for you to find a little more stretch. A little more opening. And then rooting down through the hips if you would like to. Bringing the elbows down. Now here you can use the brick to sort of relax into as you feel that opening continuing between the shoulders, shoulder blades, and in the shoulder joints. And when you're ready, engage your core, pull the body up, slowly undo the arms and give your arms a nice roll to release. Bringing the arms out in front of you, engage or make a fist and slowly pull the arms back as though you're rowing. So very slow here and really work the muscles just sort of a body weight row. The more you squeeze, the more you're engaging the biceps and the shoulders, as though you're moving through mud. Create that resistance for yourself. Chin level with the floor, relax the face, and breathe. I'm going to do about 8 or 10, maybe 12 of these, whatever feels good. Nice and tall through the spine. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. And release. Bring the arms out to the side, level with your shoulders and palms facing forward. We're going to just pulse back gently, about 20 times, opening. Opening the heart space. Breathing. Check your arms, make sure they're level with the shoulders. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Relax your shoulders. Arms back out. Now this time with the thumbs up, we're going to turn the arms so that we're turning in the shoulder blade and bringing these shoulders forward. The pinkies are now up. Roll back. Rolling into the shoulder and forward and back. Really feeling the rotation in the shoulder joint. Seeing if you can get that pinky over a little farther. Again, about 20 of these. And breathe. Three, 2, 1. And release, shrug it out, shake your neck. Bringing one leg in front of you. Turn sideways so you can see me a little better. Let's just interlock the fingers underneath the thigh and lift the leg enough so that you can just sort of bounce the joint back and forth, just loosening up the knee. Showing a little love to the knee joints. Nice and tall, pull the chest to the knee as you're also, or to the thigh as you're also pulling the thigh up towards the chest. Make some gentle circles, maybe tracing a circle with your toe. And go the other way. Then let's do some circles with just the ankle now. Other way. And then spread the toes, clench, spread, clench, spread, clench. Time to take off the socks. And let's do the other leg. So again, interlocking the fingers behind the thigh. And let's just gently bounce the knee here. Keeping a nice tall posture, shoulders back. And then do some circles with the foot. It is harder to do circles. It's a coordination thing for me on the one side than the other. Go the other way. And then let's make some circles with just the ankle now. Other way. And then some points, some clenching the toes, spread the toes, clench, spread. Do a few of those. It's always so fascinating to see how one side of your body is so much different than the other. Shake it out. Let's come into our child pose. So spreading the knees, pressing back into child. And again, using whatever props that you need here. Hands in front or along the side of the body, and breathe. Feeling the back of the chest rise with each inhalation and fall with each exhalation. Couple more breaths here. Settling in, letting the hips release. When you're ready, come up onto your hands. Keep your knees wide. Come up so that your shoulders are under your hand. Bring the back feet up. Raise the head, look to the sky, drop the belly. And then we're going to press back up to our child, flexing. So it's flexing the spine a little bit here, and then coming back up again. Shoulders come over the hands, chest comes through the arms, feet come up, flexing the spine. And then exhale, pressing it back, rounding out the spine in our child. As my knees and bones crack a little bit here, just a little mobility work. And exhale back into child. Inhale, coming forward, bring the feet up, looking to the sky. And exhale back. Play with this a little bit, see how you feel doing this. Go as far as your body feels comfortable. And exhale, looking up. Inhale. Exhale into child. And when you're ready, let's come up onto all fours. And this time you can bring your knees together so that they're underneath your hips. Your hands are under your shoulders. Crossing the right leg over the left knee behind you so that I have my right knee behind, left knee in front. And then I'm just going to gradually push myself back, find a stretch. This is a wonderful stretch. The lower back, that sort of lower outside part of the hip. Relax the face as much as you can. The goal is to keep the knees both on the floor. If you can't, do not worry about it. Just find your stretch and work that. Breathe into it. And then come back to center. We'll do the other side. So now I'm going to take my left knee, place it over and behind my right. Slowly push my way back, finding my stretch. This side is definitely tighter than the other. So I have to make the adjustments as needed to find that stretch. Relax the head. One more breath. And then release and come back to center. You can take the leg off the other leg. Now, still staying in our hands under shoulders and knees under hip position. Let's lift the right arm, left leg, kick it out with the heel. And we're going to just pulse up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and down. Keeping this is our bird dog, so keeping our hips as level as we can. Imagining now the other side. 1, 2, and imagining you have that glass of water or whatever on your back and you don't want to spill it. And down one more time. Extend the right and the left. 3, pulsing up. And then down the other side. Left arm, right leg, pulsing up. And down. Taking your right hand and touching your right ear, we open that elbow up to the sky as high as you can, and then exhale, rotate down. Inhale up, exhale down. Inhale up, open that shoulder, open that elbow, and exhale down. A few more. Exhale down. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. One more. Inhale. And exhale. Let's do the other side. So now we're touching our left ear with our left hand, just gently, opening the shoulder and the elbow up to the sky. Exhale down. Inhale, open. Exhale down. Inhale, open. Exhale down. Inhale, open. Exhale down. 2 more. Open. Open. And down. Now taking the left arm, let's do the left here, and swinging it up to the sky again as high as you can, and then bringing that arm down, running the back of the hand underneath the other arm and bringing the head down to the floor. This is puppy here, and we're reaching with that arm that's on the floor, getting a nice twist here, keeping the the right arm forward if you'd like here. Or if you'd like to go a little deeper, you can bring that arm around and hook it onto the other, well, wherever you'd like. You can either just bring it onto your back, hook it onto your opposite thigh, whatever works for your body. And then, of course, trying to open that shoulder and breathe. Release the hips. And on your next exhale, release. Oh my, did that help? That was lovely. Let's do the other side. Come up onto all fours, reaching up to the sky. And oops, I'm going to do the other side now. And then sliding it under. I guess I'll turn this way so you can see me. Here you go. And again, reaching with that sliding arm to get a nice twist. Extending the upper arm above your head if you'd like, or bringing it over your back, whatever is comfortable. Opening that shoulder. Head is against the floor. And this is a very active pose. It doesn't look like you're doing much, but you are constantly trying to breathe through to open that shoulder, pulling it back a little more, getting a little more of a twist, extending that lower arm. And you can release, coming up to all fours, shake it out, do some wiggles. Bringing one leg up out to the side. So you still have your hands in front of you. You're still on one knee. I'm on my left knee with my right foot extended to the side. And we're just going to gently come back into a stretch here. Inhale back up. Exhale back, getting a nice stretch, this inner part of the leg here. Couple more. I think this feels wonderful. And then let's do the other side. So bring the right knee in, if that's when you had out, and now taking the left knee out. And again, exhale down. Inhale, rocking up. Extend that leg until you can feel a nice stretch in the inner part of the groin, inner thigh. All right, and coming back to center. Coming into a lunge with your right foot on the floor. You can grab your bricks here if you'd like, and using the bricks to support you. Just coming into a nice stretch in this lunge. The knee can come forward to the ankle in this when we're doing lunges. Just finding that stretch again in our legs. Opening the torso, looking forward, finding that stretch and breathing through it. Can you feel the opening as you hold this and breathe through it? That's why it takes a few breaths, especially on these larger muscle groups, to get the opening we need. And then let's walk, if you're using the bricks, walk your hands back, lift the toes off the floor, keep the front leg straight, and we're looking for our stretch now in our hamstring. Spine is long, so though you're feeling as though you're being pulled forward here. We're not hunching over our leg, we're extending over. Release into the hips. And breathe. And then let's walk forward. You can release the bricks here now if you'd like. Bring your hands to the knee. And with if you're forward with your right leg, take your left arm, angle it up, watch the path follow the path of your hand to the back. Inhale. And then, exhale forward with the arm. Inhale again, opening the arm, nice wide circle. And exhale forward. Nice and slow. This requires a little bit of balance and core strength, right? One more time. To the back. And exhale to the front. Great. Let's switch the legs. Now bring the other leg forward. And again, allowing ourselves some time using the bricks. And breathe. Gaze is forward. Finding that stretch. Top of the thighs, inner thighs. And of course the hips. And breathing. Now walking your hands back, using your bricks or on the floor, whichever, and lifting the toes now of this foot, finding your stretch in the back of the leg, releasing the hips so that you get a nice long stretch. And then let's come forward, and this time we put the blocks down. Bring the hands to the top of your knee. If you have your left leg forward, take your right arm, angle it up, follow the curve of your hand with your eyes and to the back, and then to the front. Inhale to the back, opening that shoulder. Exhale to the front. A few more. One last time. And come forward. Now, taking your forward leg, we're going to come into our pigeon pose. Now, I'll show you the full pigeon, but there are some modifications. So we have the front leg bent in front of us with the knee sort of outside of the body. And I'm bringing my hands together. My back leg is extended out behind me, walking my hands forward and coming into a fold. Now, some people, you may have trouble with the hip rolling over, keeping the back straight. You can use a brick behind the hip to prop it up. You can also use a brick on your head to support you. Now, if none of these are working for you and it's really just hard to get into the legs here, you can bend that leg and sort of come into its side saddle. So I would work that. That's probably the easiest modification, is just to bend that leg in the back, but keep the hands extended and find your stretch. And breathe. This is a strong hip opener. So let's just give it a little try here. Breathe. One more breath. And when you're ready, press yourself up. We're going to change the knees. Now bring the other knee forward. And again, slightly outside of your body. Angle the foot in front of you. Hands are on the inside of the knee. And walk forward to find your stretch. Again, if this hip isn't staying up, or you find that it's coming up, support it with a brick like that to hold the body up, or to give it something to rest into, rather. Or bend the back knee. The other thing you can do, and I'll show you while we're working on this, is to grab, this isn't a very big pillow, but you can grab, if you're doing this side saddle, and I'll show you from this side, you can grab a pillow. A larger pillow or a bolster is best, but this is another way to rest into this pose and to get the benefit of the opening here, because it is strong. And breathe. One more breath. And let's begin to walk the arms back. Bringing both knees back. Let's give the body a little wiggle. Hands are in front of you. Spread your toes. excuse me, spread your fingers, press through the toes, and let's come up into our downward facing dog for a few breaths. Inhale. And exhale. You can walk your dog, pump the calves here. And exhale, look side to side, release the head. Shake your head, yes. Shake your head, no. Press the hips up to the sky, pressing strong hands, strong arms. Maybe coming up onto your toes if you'd like for a breath. Maybe bending the knees. And then pressing the heels back towards the floor. And when you're ready, let's soften the knees. Begin to walk the feet towards the hands. Come to the front of your mat, coming into our forward fold. Soft knees here so that the hands can be on the floor, wherever that is. Just letting everything sort of have a little upside down work here. Blow the other way for a moment. And then when you're ready, come up onto your fingertips, up halfway, and then back down again. Hands to your hips, press through your heels, engage your core, and hinge up to our standing position. Bringing our toes together, lifting and spreading the other toes, and then placing them down onto the floor. Heels are maybe a little spread as the outside of your feet are parallel with the sides of your mat. Close the eyes or soften them if you need them open a little for your balance. Come to the breath. Hands are at your side, shoulders back. Begin to notice the sensation of the connection of the bottoms of your feet with the earth, the floor. Noticing the strength through the feet and how each toe has to work constantly to maintain that balance. And beginning to feel the energy rise up through the feet as you pull the arches up, pull that energy up into your body. Pulling that energy now, like a volcano, the lava rising up into the legs, engage the knees, engage the thighs. Pulling that energy now into the torso, engaging the Mula Bandha in the perineal area, supporting the internal organs. Now pulling in at the Uddiyana, the core bandha, back and up towards the spine, allowing that white light, that lava-like energy to rise through the back of your spine, coming between the shoulder blades, coming up to the neck, engaging the chin, Jalandhara Bandha, and then allowing it to shoot out through the top of the head, connecting your body and your spirit and the earth to the sky and the sky to the earth. Being that conduit of that energy and that light and that life between the earth and heaven. And opening the eyes. Taking a step apart with your feet. And then stepping back, a nice long step with the back leg. Bringing the arm, and so that your back foot is at the side of the mat at a 45-degree angle. The other foot is at about hip width apart on the other side of the mat. Inhale, bring the arms up. Exhale, coming down into our warrior one, Virabhadrasana 1. Knees over the ankle. Strong feet. Press through the pinkies of both feet. Pulling up, opening and finding space in the torso. Chin is level and breathing. Strong legs. One more breath. And exhale, bring the arms down to your side, and now rotate them with the left arm over the left leg, if that's the one you have in front. Hop the back leg around so that the arch of the back foot is in line with the front heel, and let's come into our warrior two. Again, knee is over your ankle. Open the shoulders. Arms are level. Check to make sure they're level. Looking over your forward arm. And breathe. Pressing through those pinkies. Now dropping your back arm against your thigh, bringing the forward arm up and arching back. Engage your core here, find a nice stretch. And then bringing both arms down to the floor. Bring that back leg forward, step forward, Uttanasana. Inhale, bring the hands to the hips, press through the heels, engage your core, and come up to standing. Now we're going to do the other side. Inhale, step back, nice long step with the other leg. Again, back foot is at an angle, front foot is forward. Inhale, arms rise, bend the front knee over the ankle. Virabhadrasana 1. And breathe, press through the pinky toes, strong legs. Reaching to the sky, finding space in the torso. And then dropping the arms so that they're level with the shoulders. Wiggling that back foot around or the feet so that now they're in line. Coming into our warrior two. Check your arms, make sure they're level. And breathe, opening that heart space. Gazing over the front arm. Strong legs, strong feet. And then dropping the back hand onto your back thigh, raising the front arm, finding a stretch, and then exhale, bringing the arms, cartwheeling them to the front. Bring the back foot forward, coming into our forward fold for just a moment, a breath here. And when you're ready, bringing your hands to your hips, engaging your core, press through the heels, and come up to standing. Turning to the side on your mat. We're going to imagine that we're out for a walk in the woods, which I hope you do. But there's a log that has fallen, and we have to get underneath it. So we're going to take a big step underneath it. We're going to lower the body and get underneath that log, and then come up on the other side. Same thing. Now we have to go back. Under the log and down. So bending, playing with this a little bit, bending those knees, bending the hips, and down. Do 4 or 5 of these, seeing how low you can go, sort of a limbo here, huh? And then down. One more set. Down, under. Don't want to hit that log. Down and under. Okay, now we're going to step over that log, same log. Well, maybe it's a little lower, but we have to step over it this time. So now we're going to take the knee up as high as we can and step over it. And then we're going to have to step back, bring that knee up as high as you can. Again, slow and controlled here as much as you can. Well, I guess we step both legs over, yeah. My husband is telling me we need to step both legs over. Yes, you could do it that way too. I was envisioning a different law, but yes, step both legs over, right? Over. Step the other leg. Wow, that is a balance thing. One more time. Over. Over. That's harder that way. And step over. Bring the other leg over. Okay. Shake it out. A little preparation as we start to work on our balance, which is so important. And you should constantly challenge yourself as much as you can throughout the day. Of course, always keeping a hold on something or something close to hold on to so that you don't fall. But with the feet about hip width apart, and bending both knees, actually, bringing your arms forward. So I'm sort of pushing my butt out back, but sort of tipping or leaning forward. I'm going to come up on my left toe. Then I'm going to extend that left leg back. I'm going to lift and touch. Inhale, lift and touch. Lift and touch. Lift and touch. Let's try to do 10. Lift and touch. Maybe as you do it, slowing it down, seeing how many you can do or how long you can hold it. 2 more. And breathing. And then coming up to center, shake it out. Do the other side. So again, bending both knees, coming up on your your right toe, butt out, arms forward, extend that back leg now, and lift. So sort of creating enough weight forward to create that balance. What is that, a fulcrum? Is that what this called? Lift. Harder on this side. I'm right-handed, so this is harder. 8, and touch. 9, one more. 10, and down. Let's come into our seated position, otherwise known as let's sit down. And I have my hands behind me. Actually, extend your legs, cross one leg over the other so that we have this sort of 4 configuration. Start to bring that extended leg up so that you now have the extended leg bent. We're just going to do some rolls here. Opening, more hip openers. Play with it. Just another option. You know, I give you many options, lots of different things. Everybody is different. Hopefully there'll be a couple that you'll say, that really works for me, and you'll do that even in isolation on your own. And enough of that. Let's extend the leg, do the other side now. Bring the leg, I have my left leg extended. I'm crossing my right ankle over. I'm going to bend that left leg, find that stretch, leaning back on my hands, and then I'm just going to roll from side to side. Another time or two. And then you can release the legs. Let's come over onto our bellies with your arms extended in front of you, legs behind you. We're going to just do a little back strengthening here. So inhale, lift the legs. Again, they don't have to be far off the floor, but lift the toes off the floor. Lift the head, the hands. Superman flying. Now bring the arms back in cactus arms, back forward and down. Inhale, lift the feet, head, arms. Exhale, cactus arms. Inhale, forward and down. Lift the feet, head, hands. Cactus arms. Forward And down a couple more. Inhale, feet, arms, cactus arms. Really get it as high as you can. And down, feet, cactus arms, forward and down. Take a moment here. Just do some wiggles. When you're ready, press yourself back to child for just a moment, just as a bit of a counter stretch here. 3 breaths here. And when you're ready, let's come up onto all fours. Cross your feet at the ankles behind you. Press yourself down back to sitting. Bring your legs out. And let's lay down onto the floor. Bring your knees up over the body, interlocking your fingers in front of the thighs, or excuse me, shins. Let's do some little circles here of the small of the back. One way and the other way. Let's let the knees fall apart. Nice final stretch here, and you can wiggle your knees around here if you'd like, just to loosen things up. When you're ready, bring your feet onto the floor, hands at your side, press through the hands, lift the hips and give them a little jiggle. And again, press and shimmy, down, lift and shimmy, and down. And when you're ready, let's prepare for our Shavasana. Extending the legs, roll your head from side to side, make sure you're releasing any tension. Just normal breathing here, nothing fancy. Hands are at your side, the palms up. Just scanning the body for any tension, making sure you're nice and relaxed. Covering yourself with your blankie if you'd like for a moment of warmth. Closing your eyes. Conscious, relaxed breathing. Envisioning like a winter snow globe, all the energy that we've created here, just settling down, nourishing the body, bringing new life, new energy to all of your internal organs, to your joints, to your mind. And returning to the awareness of your breathing and of your body. Begin to wiggle your toes and your fingers. Gently rolling your head from side to side. Bend the knees. And when you're ready, rolling over to the side for just a moment, keeping your eyes closed. And then pressing yourself to a seated position. Coming to Sukhasana with your hands at your heart. Coming back to the intention if you set one at the beginning of the class. Enveloping that intention with the love and loving kindness of your heart. Sending that love and loving kindness out into the earth. Sharing it with all of those around you. Thank you for sharing your practice with me today and have a lovely week. Namaste. Thank you so much, everyone. Good to be back. Good to see you all again. And as always, if there's any questions or comments, our last class is next week for the semester. So I hope to see you all there as well. Take care.